Hi guys, I'm filming this video because my topic today is why is it that I want to move to Florida? So the reason why I want to move to Florida is because, you know, I've lived, I lived in a cold climate for God knows how long, my whole life. And I've always wanted to move to Florida, always. And I always procrastinated and I procrastinated and I procrastinated because of work, because I have a good job, because I get paid good money. Thank God for that. I've made good money, through my whole life. So I've never left because I always said I wouldn't leave unless I wasn't doing so great. But, at this point it's like I'm always gonna be doing good because I realize my brain is the one that functions and I'm gonna take my brain with me. So what I'm doing here, I'm sure I can do it anywhere. It's not like I'm leaving my brain behind. But I just wanted to let everybody know that you guys are not alone if you guys want to move to Florida. I've always wanted to move to Florida. I just didn't know where I wanted to move to. And it is scary to move, and this is why I'm making this video, because I also made a previous video and I don't know if I was kind of like coming across too strong as far as how it's really a big decision. And it is a big decision. It is something you have to think about, and it's something that you have to plan for, but it is doable. It is very doable. I mean, I believe in my heart that there's jobs for everybody in Orlando, Florida. I believe there's housing for everybody. I believe that the cost of living up here, it probably evens out to the cost of living down there at the end of the day. I mean, the things that you save money here, you would probably, I don't know how to explain it to you, but I mean, I don't think it's as hard as people make it seem. People be like, why would you leave? You have your own business. Like, you have your whole life ahead of you going on here. But that's not the thing. I think that, you only live once and you should live life, and you only live up to 100 if that, So why not go and do what you feel like you want to do and pursue it? The biggest failure is not to do what you want to do. If you want to do something, you go ahead and you take a risk. Life is all about taking a risk. If you want to move to Orlando, Florida, take a risk. Plan it. Plan it right. Make a plan of how you're going to do things. And, just do them. And, just take that step and do what you got to do. Don't be scared, because being scared is not going to take you to the next level. It's not. You can be very successful in Florida if you just take that leap. If you always could procrastinate. I want to move, but it's impossible. Or you always with negativity, you're not gonna end up moving. You just have to put your focus into it, get your plans together, and go for it. Go for it, and you may have a life-changing experience. Like, that's what I want to do, and that's the risk I'm taking in life, and I'm not scared to do so. You only live once. If I can't build a business over there, fine, I'll work for someone else. I mean, I'm a hardworking woman. I like to work. So, if that's something that you're a person that likes to work, that, you're going with your head over your shoulders, you're going determined to, be successful, just keep positive, and positive things will happen. I always live by that. So, I'm making this video because I want people to know that it is doable. You can get up and move. You can do it. Anybody can do it. All you need is life to do it, And it's like, if I keep on, I just want to let people know, because people procrastinate so much. If you keep on procrastinating on doing something in life, by the time you do it, when you're going to do it, when you're old to be retired, and yeah, you're living the life at a retirement, but wouldn't you want to do it when you're young? If you want to live in a warm climate where all year round you could do things, wouldn't you want to do that when you have all the energy in your life to do so? Wouldn't you, like, money is not everything in this world. You can make money anywhere, and if you can't, money does not buy happiness. And it's coming from a person from experience that, I'm not the richest person in the world, but I live well. I live very well. I'm very happy. I live very comfortable. But to me, that's not everything in this world. Like, I feel like I'm tired of spending 10 months out of the year, because it literally feels like 10 months out of the year. It almost feels like you're in the winter and you almost skip fall. I mean, you almost get spring and it just hits right into summer. Like, there is like no in between winter and summer here. And then the summer, it's not even that hot. It's like literally like 70s, if 80s, if that, and it's only a month and a half of summer. I'm tired of dealing with a month and a half of summer. That doesn't give me enough time to plan, to do things with my kids, to do things that I want to do with my kids, I'm not, if you're a winter person and you're an outdoor person in the winter, yeah, I mean, I wouldn't suggest you to move down south at all. Like, why would you do that? Like, it doesn't make sense. But if you're a person that you don't do nothing in the winter time, all you do is work and go home, it's worth moving down south. People say, oh, well, you're going to be working down south like tons of hours and you're not going to have time to enjoy yourself. And if that's the case, why would I move down south if I'm not going to have time to do nothing? Well, guess what? 10 months out of the year in the state that I live in, I do absolutely nothing. So, if I have to work, and I work a 9 to 6 job, Monday through Saturday, and 10 months out of the year, like I said, I do absolutely nothing. Because I'm not like a winter person. I'm not the type of person. I don't do the skiing. I don't do no outside activities. So I feel, and I'm sure a lot of people can relate, that I'm like in a prison here every winter, and I'm just tired of being in prison. That's just exactly how I feel. So, if I look at it as the bigger picture, I look at it this way. If I have 12 months out of the year to have fun with my family and to actually be able to do something, that's even better, because I can work 6 days out of the week like I do here. But I have that Sunday 12 months out of the year to do something with my kids and my family, I don't have to be like scared or in a rush, like, oh my God, summer's almost over. Like, we only got 4 weeks. Like, I'm just tired of going through that, because then 4 weeks doesn't give me enough time to get my life, settled with getting my kids to do things. And 4 weeks is not enough to enjoy summer. It's just not. And I'm just tired of it, because it's like every year, honey, every year, unfortunately, we have the shortest summers ever and the longest winters. I'm sorry about that. But, so I want to change for my life, and I'm going to do it, and I'm going to go for it. And this is not something that I came up with like 2 or 3 months. Like, no, this is something that I've been planning for a long time. And I want to do it the right way, because I've heard a lot of horror stories from people that they moved down south and that they always end up back where they came from and blah, blah, blah. I feel like when people say, that's their experience. You have to live by your own experience. Number one, that's their own experience. And number two, I feel like if you don't leave prepared, you will end up back where you came from, because you weren't prepared. And the first thing you think when you get down there and you're not prepared, it's like, oh my God, like you just start remembering everything about home and everything you miss. But you forget all the reasons why you wanted to leave that place to begin with. So, it really has its pros and its cons when it comes down to moving, and, the advice that people give you. And, I guess it's something that you really have to do because you want to do it within yourself. You can't go based on everybody else's experience, because, everybody else is different. Nobody is you. You are your own person. You know what you have, what you're bringing down to the table. So just, if you want to do it, don't let nobody set you back on what you want to do. Because I've been set back plenty of times talk about, oh, there's no money down there, da da da. Well, guess what? If there is no money down there and it just gives me enough to live, I hate to say it, but that's what I want to do. That's exactly what I want to do for now. And I'm going to do it, you know, and hopefully in the future I become more successful. And if it doesn't work, then I can always come home. I can always come back home. I'm not leaving because I'm running from anybody, and I haven't done anything in the state that I live in. I'm perfectly fine with coming back home. If anything, I have friends, I'm successful, you know, the only reason why I'm leaving home is because I don't like them long winters. And another thing is that it's not just the long winters. It's also that by 3:30, 4 o'clock, it's already dark outside, and it feels like you barely have no day. You don't have anything like this. And then not only that, let me tell you, in the state that I live in the town, at nighttime there's barely no lights, so you almost feel like you live in a ghost town. And I'm just tired of living that way, you know. I want to do more things with my children. You know, I'm not scared to start all over again. I'm not scared of struggle. I feel like people shouldn't be scared of that, because regardless of the fact, you'd have to work here where you live at, you have to work anywhere in the world that you go to. So that's just something you have to do, you know. That's just something you have to do. And like I said, every state has their pros and it has its cons. Where I live at, it has its pros and it has its cons. People say that this is the place where you make money. Yeah, it's true, this is the place where you make money, but people don't do their research very well, because like they take federal and state taxes where I live at, you know, and they're pretty damn high, you know. So I just think about it this way: if you're saving that in another state, yeah, then people be like, oh, you got to pay tolls. Yeah, okay, I'm saving the state taxes on that state, and let's just put that towards the toll area. So if I'm saving, you know, everything just fluctuates. It's really all about fluctuation. Like, you know, people say the housing in Orlando, Florida is high. I can give you examples of how high it's here is the same as Orlando, Florida, or as other places in Florida. Literally, you can get a whole house for $1,400, $1,600, $1,900 where I live at now. And it's pretty much the same thing down in Orlando, Florida. The only difference is that, you know, for you to be able to afford something like that, obviously you need to know English. You know, it would be very, very good to know English, because, you know, it will get you a good job in Florida. The same way, if you know good English in the state you live in, you're gonna also get a good job, and you're gonna be able to afford it. So, you know, there's always something for everyone out there. So like I said, I'm not trying to tell people what to do, or to go and do it, or to not to do it. I'm just saying, like, this is what I've been wanting to do. This is what I'm going to do. I'm just sharing to you what my experience and what I'm going through and what I want to do in life. And just, you know, I just want to, like, give people, like, you know, some type of, like, positive energy of knowing that you're not alone and you can do it. And if you want to do it, go for it. You only live once. You only live once. It's not coming back. Them 100 years or less, they're not coming back. So do what you got to do. Get prepared. Do your research and go for it. And you know, you got to do what you got to do. So I'm going to be posting more videos as far as, you know, when I'm getting ready to move. My first 30 days in Orlando, Florida. My 6 months update. My year. So, you know, just subscribe. Give me a thumbs up and hit the little bell so you guys can at least have all the update videos of when I upload them. You'll be the first ones to watch it. And I'm sorry, I'm new to this. This is definitely not my style. I'm not used to this, but I figured I wanted to help people out, because as I'm doing my transition to move down to Orlando, Florida, I've been doing a lot of research. And, you know, I feel like a lot of the research that I've been doing is from people that already are living down there. They're actually happy with their lives now. I've not seen anybody that's been disappointed. And, you know, and I just haven't really seen a video of, you know, just people doing step by step as how did they got to Orlando, Florida. So this is what I want to do, like a step by step video of, you know, everything that I'm going through and how I'm doing it. And, you know, for you could walk through my journey with me, and maybe you want to do the same thing and, you know, follow the same steps, or, you know, maybe this is something for you to see to make you decide what you want to do with your decision. But like I said, I'm very successful and I'm willing to take a risk. Life is all about taking a risk, and life is only once. You only live once. Okay, thank you. Subscribe, give me a thumbs up, and hit the little bell. And thank you so much, and you have a good day. Bye-bye.